welcome to the Hallmarkies podcast. And we're really excited today. We have one of our favorite guests who's a very early supporter of the pod, and we really just love having her on. So we're excited to talk to Jen Lilley today. And Jen, thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for having me back. It's always a joy to talk to you. And I love the Santa hat.
Oh,
That
thank you.
is seriously awesome.
I've done research. This is the definitive best Santa hat.
Definitely, definitively.
Well, yeah, last time we had you on for a solo interview was, I can't believe it, October 2020. We had you on last year with your I forget
Allie?
with Allie,
That's right.
I think.
Allie. Yeah. My
Allie.
business partner. Yeah.
So anyway, it's just crazy how time morphs in the pandemic. Like
It's like it's gone fast, and it also feels like it's been at least 10 years.
Yeah, it really does. So, last time we talked to you solo, you had just been starting Christmas is Not Canceled.
Yeah.
And so I'm curious how you feel it's gone and how it's like evolved over the years. How it's evolved over the years.
Yeah, well, so it's evolved in the fact, well, okay, we'll just start from the get-go. So for anyone who doesn't know what Christmas is Not Canceled is, as Rachel just mentioned, it was a thing that I started in 2020 because everything was being canceled in 2020. Holidays, gatherings, people, cancel culture was a thing. And I remember the CDC in August of 2020 said, actually, Thanksgiving is canceled, meaning like we cannot gather with our family and friends. And it was so sad because it was like, 2020 was like, okay, it's open. No, it's not open. It's not open. It's not open. And, nobody could kind of keep track of the rules and what was going on. And so when they canceled Thanksgiving, I was on the phone with my friend Ale, and we were like, oh, they better not cancel Christmas. And then we kind of laughed about it, and we were like, christmasisnotcanceled.com. And we were like, oh, is that a website? We should buy it. And then we were kind of laughing. And then we were like, wait, no, but seriously, there are a lot of kids that aren't going to get Christmas is going to be canceled for a lot of people this year. And not just in the sense of gathering, but in the sense that like children who don't get Christmas presents from Santa are going to think they're on the naughty list.
Yeah.
And I thought of all the parents, who have been putting a brave face on for their kids the whole year. I know I was one of them, just trying to like not make your kids fearful, act like everything's okay. But like, I was definitely freaking out. I don't know if you were freaking out, but I think most people were like, this is kind of scary. Like, we're out of toilet paper. We don't know what's going on, And so we decided to do what we thought was a one-time fundraiser called Operation Christmas is Not Canceled. And we decided to fundraise 10,000 toys for Tots. And how it worked was you would go to christmasisnotcanceled.com and you would buy a gift for Toys for Tots via our website. And we would send the toy to Toys for Tots, and you would receive, however many entries into all of our weekly giveaways, with the grand prize being that you win the ultimate Christmas. So everything you see in one of your favorite Christmas movies. So that was a huge success. We ended up giving 10,380 toys. We were like, okay, we did it, rah, 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 back to reality. And then, February of last year, 2021, or maybe even January, one of our sponsors, Balsam Hill, this is like the grand prize for this year, Balsam Hill reached out and they're like, okay, we want to plan our entire fourth quarter of marketing, which is Christmas, around what you guys are doing. We want to be involved again. That was such a positive experience. And we were like, we're not doing anything. Ollie's a fashion designer. I'm an actress. I have a gazillion kids. Like, we don't have time to do this. That's so, we love that you guys loved it, but like, thank you for thinking of us. Like, we love your trees. Bye. And they were like, well, just let us know. And then we started hearing back from all of the participants, all of the customers who we call our world changers, because it does feel like a family. Like, Rachel, I know you've participated, and it's like, you get to know everybody.
Yeah.
You guys all reached out and you're like, that was amazing. Like, what are we going to do next? And we were like, we're going to lay down and die. We're not going to do it ever again. And so then, long story short, like, all these kind of serendipitous, like amazing divine appointment things happened. And we decided to go ahead and like officially become a company. So we started Christmas is Not Canceled Incorporated in April of last year. And every summer we raise backpacks filled with school supplies for children in foster care, because they don't normally get those. And every fall we give toys to children in need. But what's fun that we've introduced starting last year is something called Christmas University. So not only do we do the fundraising and the toys, we also have a community aspect that we do where we get together every single week. If people are busy, we record them, we send them the recordings, but we do Christmas themed classes, like how to wrap a gift 8 different ways and stuff like that. Baking classes, we do charcuterie board classes, like you name it, it might be a class at Christmas University. And then we also once a week almost do celebrity get-togethers where you can play games with some of your favorite Christmas movie stars from Hallmark and Great American Family and Lifetime, where all of us come together no matter what network we're on, and we just rally for a cause. And so that's what's going on at Christmas Is Not Canceled. And every time people participate, not only do they give back to charity, but they also get entered to win like super amazing prizes like Christmas tree, Christmas dinner. And this year, oh my gosh, I have to tell you, because you're going to freak out. This year we have a Arizona getaway where you're going to have breakfast with Cindy Busby. We have
fun.
a pigeon forge, like it's Christmas in the South with me and Danica McKellar. You have private dinner with me and Danica McKellar. You have a ski trip with Trevor Donovan. We're giving away like KitchenAid mixers and all sorts of stuff like that. Tickets to the Chicago Thanksgiving parade that I'm hosting. And then the grand prize, like I'm freaking out because I can't believe we made this happen, but everybody who participates is so awesome and so generous and so lovely. The prize is dinner with me, Lacey Chabert, Andrew Walker, and Paul Green in Hollywood with the trip to Hollywood, your airfare covered.
Oh my gosh.
The dinner, the Christmas gifts, all the things. So yeah, it benefits charity and you could win that prize. And there are real prizes with real people and it's super fun. I actually now enter sweepstakes now that I have started running this company. I'm like, oh, they are a real thing. Like people do win these things.
That's funny. So yeah. Wow. That's great. I think it was a great idea in 2020 because it was just a hard time to be hopeful.
Oh my gosh.
And I think we all just needed some hope. Like whether you had kids or not, like it was just tough.
It's so tough. And people were so isolated. And the holidays can be hard. They're not always happy for people.
Yeah.
We got to remember that. And so it's been really cool to hear. That's one of the things I didn't expect was like not only hearing how much charities loved it, because like Toys for Tots never gets the quality of toys that we send. But for me, what was shocking was how much all the participants loved it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it gets them through the holidays, just like our Christmas movies.
Yeah.
Ho, ho, ho. We'd like to take a second and thank our sponsor for this episode of the podcast. It's the Hallmarkies Patreon.
Do you love Hallmarkies podcast, especially at Christmas?
Do you enjoy the holiday previews, recaps, interviews, and bonus episodes?
If the answer is yes, please consider supporting the Hallmarkies Patreon. We need your help to do what we do both during the Christmas season and all year round.
But not only do you help a podcast led by strong, independent women by becoming a Patreon, you get to become a part of the Hallmarkies family.
Starting at only $2 a month as a patron, you will have access to our Facebook Patreon group where we talk about the movies, shows, and more all year.
We also have many monthly patron watch-alongs with guests like Lacey Chabert, Natalie Hall, Paul Campbell, Mary Lou Henner, and more, giving their behind-the-scenes details of their films.
As a patron, you also have the chance to provide input into the podcast and even join us at different tiers.
So this Christmas season, spread some cheer to the Hallmarkies Patreon and become a member today. You won't regret it.
Go to patreon.com/Hallmarkies to learn more.
That's patreon.com/Hallmarkies.
And how did you get the idea to do the Christmas Hunks video? That's really fun. Become a tradition.
I don't know. I think it started, I don't really know. I think Ale and I were like drinking hot chocolate, organizing the first event. And the first one was like, I had done USS Christmas with Trevor Donovan, and he's so gorgeous. Like, he looks like a Ken doll, does he not? Really never unsee it. I used to, every time we would go to filming in the morning, I'd walk up to him and my hair was really long and blonde and I looked like Barbie, but not as much. But he looks like Ken. And I would be like, hi, Ken. So anyway, he was in my movie. And so he participated the first year and he has these like abs that look fake, like a Ken doll, but better. And so Ollie's like, take your top off, and some photo shoot we're having. And he's just like, okay. And so then we were like, okay, we're making a PSA. This is what we're going to do. This will bring joy to a lot of people.
Oh, it did. No question.
Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
started with Trevor Donovan and his abs.
Yeah, it's interesting. I feel like that the male actors in this Christmas movie world almost have like bigger followings and bigger hives than than your Lacey's or your Candaces or anybody. I think that's
It's
huge.
because all the people that watch these movies, not all of them, but the majority is women. And like as much as we love like Lacey, we love Candace, Dan, we love all of them. They're all amazing. It's about the boys.
Yeah, it really is. Well, that's great. Yeah, and so you said you have the foster care organization that you donate for, and then Toys for Tots. Are there any other organizations?
Yeah. Oh, Rachel, you're amazing. Yeah, we keep just getting bigger and bigger. I just want to cry. It's so awesome. So this year, we are not only giving to Toys for Tots, which will get the majority because they serve the most children across the nation. But we're also, when we did this last year too, we're also giving to all the children that Child Help serves. Child Help is one of the largest and longest running nonprofits for child abuse and neglect prevention and then treatment. They're incredible. So we give personalized gifts to all of the toys to their children. We're also giving Christmas gifts to the teen girls at Tulsa Girls Home. We are also this year giving Christmas gifts to all of the children who live at Pearl Village and Project Orphans in Uganda. And then because Ollie is from Peru, we're also going to send Christmas gifts down to Peru. So it's Christmas gifts all over the world. And then in addition to our fundraising goal, which is the presents for the kids, and we give like awesome gifts, like we give the best toys because what we're able to do is we're able to bulk purchase these toys. So, you know, you might be spending $25 to give a toy on Christmas Is Not Canceled, but what you're getting is not only the entries, but we're giving a toy that's worth like 40 because we're able to bulk purchase them and get the best toys ever. And then we also, in addition to all of the toy giving, we also do 10% like as a tithe to a charity partner each year. And this year we're partnering with Project Orphans in order to keep their operations open in Uganda because they've really been hit hard by just the ongoing pandemic and the recession and all of that.
So you actually purchase toys. You don't just like give a donation to
Toys
for
no.
Tots.
Yeah. So we purchase the physical toys. We make sure we get like toy lists. We give them for all ages from baby all the way up to teenager because a lot of people forget the teens. And then we get wish lists from Child Help and we fill those wish lists. And then we also do 10% as a cash donation to whatever charity partner. And this year we're doing that for Project Orphans.
That's great. That's great. So tell us, so you mentioned Christmas University. So you've already started. We're recording this on the 26th of October. But if people want to get involved, can they still get involved? How do they get involved? What is exactly that it's going to be? What is it all about?
Yay, you're incredible. I couldn't love this interview more. All people have missed is orientation, which as you know from like real school, orientation's like, it's orientation. Like we're going over the syllabus, we're telling you what the calendar is. You did miss a visit from Santa and his brother. Apparently Santa has a brother. We played trick with Santa and his brother, so you missed that. But other than that, you haven't missed anything. So all people have to do is go to ChristmasIsNotCanceled.com. You can spell canceled with one L or two L's, however you want to spell it. If you're British, American, whatever, what have you. And it's on there tomorrow night, which is the day I believe this airs, Thursday, October 27th. We have our very first celebrity game night. It's me, Candace Cameron Bure, Tori DeVito, Ashley Williams, and Chris Russell. It was going to be Trevor Donovan, but he's still on Dancing with the Stars. So he's going to stop by Christmas Hue, another game night. We are playing Heads Up, which last year was our funniest game night. So basically people tune in and they watch us play Heads Up and we have like, we talk like G-rated smack to each other and we're very competitive and we play the games. We might bring in some people, but they just go to ChristmasIsNotCanceled.com and you can either sign up for all of Christmas University and you can use my code. Let me make sure I say the right thing. Jen, Jen, CU for Christmas University 22 for 2022. So Jen CU 22 gets you $10 off. And you can also just purchase like the classes a la carte, but really it's just cheaper to purchase all of Christmas University. You can participate as much or as little as you want. And we have weekly bake-a-thon challenges. We do all sorts of free entries. People can get into all the weekly giveaways by participating in like group challenges like baking for their neighbors and sharing it to spread Christmas cheer. We give you 50 free entries for that, things like that. So Christmas.canceled.com. Jen, CU 22.
Okay, good. We'll have that all in the description so people can check that out. And so there's not like tiers or anything. Basically, you join, you can participate in the activities.
Yeah, get as involved or be as involved or not involved as you want to be. And then we understand people are busy, like hallelujah. I understand a busy schedule. I'm a mom of 4 young children. We also record everything. So if you miss something, you can still watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah. Speaking of that, like, how do you balance everything? I mean, I think all of America wants to know, like, how 4 little kids with this company and still making movies and what's your secret?
Okay, I drink a lot of coffee black. I love the Zoom filter because it bleaches my teeth. They're actually much more yellow than this. No, I have like, I don't know. I think my kids are probably going to need therapy later is the short answer. But I mean, I try to be like, when I'm in mom mode, I try to be really in mom mode. So like from 5 p.m., which is dinner time, until 8 p.m., which is like bedtime for the last one, I'm like fully mom. Mm-hmm. And then we do mornings together as well. And so I try to just be really like in the mom mode during those hours and also on the weekends. And I also try to explain to the kids, like, mommy's on her computer because not all children get Christmas gifts, and mommy's friends with Santa, and we are working with the elves, to coordinate to ensure that we get enough toys made and, things like that. I also have an amazing husband, and he is a trooper. And then I also have a nanny who basically is an extra set of hands so that we can like juggle all the kids and just pass them off as we're,
Mm-hmm.
But it's chaos. And there's a lot of like, chicken nuggets and things like that, peanut butter and jellies,
Yeah, I think that all moms the SpaghettiOs are mom's best friend, right?
Yeah, like, I mean, I would love to feed my children all organic things. And like when Caden was little, that was me. But I have 4 children now and I just need to survive. And they're like, I want cereal. I'm like, fantastic, fiber and iron, and it's fortified, and here you go.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes total sense. So you did 3 movies in 2021. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Did I? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. And then I've got 3 more to do next year. So.
Yeah, because you had the Royally Wrapped for Christmas.
Yeah.
A little
daytime
drama and Snow Kissed.
Yeah, you're right.
So that must be challenging. I mean, I've always thought it would be tough. That would be one of the hardest things about being an actor is being away from your family for so long and managing everything.
It is, but also there's FaceTime. And so I think that's been like super helpful for my kids. And then the other thing that's great is I can work myself into the ground and just use a lot of under eye concealer in the movie. So I get a lot of work done for Christmas Is Not Canceled when I'm up.
Well, was it fun being in a princess movie? Being a royal movie?
It was fun being in a Christmas movie. And I will tell you, this year I have a movie called Be and Be Merry. It airs on Sunday, December 4th at 8 p.m. on Great American Family, and it's with Jesse Hutch. If y'all are not on the Jesse Hutch train, can I just suggest that you all aboard? Because I know he was on Cedar Cove, which I believe was Hallmark's first series ever. So he's like a veteran, and he is so fun and so charismatic and such a talented actor and such a quality guy. Like, I had the best time working with him. We did hilarious dance-offs on social media. He just has the best sense of humor. He's also going to co-host the Chicago Thanksgiving Parade with me on Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, we get to host, and we don't have scripts, we don't think. So that's going to be possibly hilarious. Definitely hilarious, actually. I told him, because I'm not like a Star Wars person, you can judge me. I'm sorry. My husband is. I just don't understand it. And I was like trying to describe the stormtroopers. Like, we were making a joke on if we didn't have a script. And I was like, and here comes the guys in white from Star Wars. And he's like, they're called stormtroopers. And I was like, great. So maybe between the 2 of us while we're live hosting these floats, like, we'll have enough information that we look like we know what we're talking about. So that's on Thanksgiving.
Just say the guys that easily get killed. No question. The worst security guards in history. That is funny. That
Yeah.
would be so fun
Yeah.
to do that. Yeah, we love Jesse on the podcast. He was one of the very first celebrity interviews we ever did. He was probably our
Yeah.
third or fourth.
Yeah.
And we had so many interruptions that just kept buffering really bad, the internet. And he was so nice and so patient. We kept having to ask the questions over and over again. So yeah, he's a gem.
He's a gem. Like, yeah, he's just the best. I just want all the good things for him. He's just such a good guy. Yeah.
We'd like to take a second and thank our sponsor for this episode of the podcast. It's the Hallmarkies merch store.
Are you looking for that perfect gift for the postable, Hardy, or Hallmarky in your life?
What about getting that t-shirt or hoodie that will help you stand out at your next holiday party?
Now is the time to check out the Hallmarkies merch store.
Full of festive designs by artists like Jessica Miller, Carrie from Hallmark Comics, and more.
You can even have more than just shirts, but totes, cell phone cases, notebooks, mugs, and more.
And it isn't just Hallmark. We have designs for Anna Green Gables, Man from Snowy River, The Nanny, and more.
Every purchase at the merch store goes to help support the podcast and allows us to make the great content you know and love.
There are frequent sales, so go to tpublic.com/stores/Hallmarkies or see the link in the description.
That's tpublic.com/stores/Hallmarkies.
You're deciding what projects to star in. Do they give you like options, or do you just kind of get the script and like, this is the one I'm going to do, or how does that work?
So they do give you scripts, and then sometimes, like this movie, B&B Mary, was my fourth movie. So fourth script that actually ended up going. So
Okay.
I got a first movie, which maybe we're going to do next year, so I can't say much about it. But I took dance lessons. I enrolled in like $1,700 worth of waltz lessons. And then that got pushed off to next year. So I was in dance lessons with no movie. And then I was attached to a different movie that ended up going to somebody else, which was fine. And then there was another script that they handed me that I just did not like because it was just too similar to Early Wrapped, which is a great movie, but like I found it to be confusing for me to do like almost the same movie, twice. And then they presented me with B&B Mary. And so I was like, this one's super cute. And I was like, if you can get Jesse Hutch to star opposite of me, because he and I had chatted at Christmas Con and then at an airport one week, I was like, I love this guy. I'm friends with his wife. And so I was like, I feel very good about this. And so they made it happen. And B&B Mary is the one that stuck.
Well, I think those dance lessons paid off with this whole dance challenge. And so the GAF people have done. That was really fun.
So my dance with Jesse Hutch, we did the Napoleon Dynamite dance, which is absolutely ridiculous. And it got taken down 12 times by Instagram. They flagged it as like
copyright
misinformation, like jab misinformation. And we were like, all we're doing is a Napoleon Dynamite dance, shaking our booties. We don't know why you think we're talking about,
Yeah, right.
We were like, we're not talking about we're shaking our butts for kids and for fun. So it was just really funny. Yeah.
That is funny. Oh, jeez. But I enjoyed following all of those. That was a fun little viral thing.
Ridiculous. Yeah. I'm glad you saw them.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about B&B Christmas. Tell us a little what the story is and everything.
Okay, so I play a character named Tracy Wise. I will also preface it by saying that in real life, Jesse and I are both very quirky. Like we really love comedy. So we're both like, maybe this will be the world's quirkiest comedy, because normally one person is quirky and the other character is straight, is what they call it in comedy. But we were both pretty like, yeah. Anyway, so I play like a very quirky travel blogger named Tracy Wise, whose slogan is, "You can travel more if you travel wise." And Jesse's character is the owner of a struggling bed and breakfast. He follows me on Instagram and invites me to come, like, basically stay at their inn for a romantic getaway with my boyfriend. Of course, my boyfriend breaks up with me before I, get there. And so that makes it a little awkward. And then also I get a call from like my dream job travel magazine, Lux Voyage. And I have a basically like a job audition for them. And I have to review, like I get a list of properties and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's Kismet, there's a property in the same town as this bed and breakfast. I'll review this hotel and I'll just do like 2 for 1, like 2 birds, 1 stone. Great. Then of course I find out that it's like the competitor that's shutting their business down. So you can imagine all of the craziness that ensues. We fall in love, of course, and it's really fun. I mean, it was really adorable. It's directed by a woman named Paula L, who I believe directed Candace's movie last year. She's awesome. The crew was amazing, and it was the best set decoration ever. Like, you know, you watch these movies. I don't know if you're like me, Rachel. Sometimes I watch these movies like they're a Pinterest board, right? So I'm looking at the background a lot, and I'm like, ooh, how could I decorate my house, you know, or how could I decorate whatever, or a gingerbread house. Like I watched, what was it? Destined at Christmas on GAC Family the other day. And I was like, oh, I'm taking notes for the gingerbread competition we're having at Christmas University, like bananas as, you know, like different things that they, anyway, I take all the notes from the movies, and the set decoration on this one was so fun. So I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, it must be fun to see like these Christmas wonderlands be just, it starts as nothing and then all of a sudden it just appears.
Totally. And we also had like, I don't know if you can see them on my presents. We have Frosty the Frat Boy ornament and Ginger Cheer ornament. These are our Christmas is Not Canceled ornaments, and we also hid them around the set as well.
Oh, cute. Yeah, well, I'm excited to hear that it has some fun in it, because I think that's where Jesse shines. He did a movie called Snowman's that's a favorite of mine.
Really? I have to watch that.
Yeah, it's so funny. He is a snowman that comes alive, right? Like they make a wish on this, and he's like very funny. It is like it's like freezing cold, and he's like super hot, and then he's like taking off his shirt, stuff like that. It's hilarious.
There you go, taking it back to like guys taking their shirts off.
Yeah,
sure. We're here for it.
Yes. It really is one of the hidden gems of the last few years of Christmas movies.
Oh my gosh, I'm actually going to make a note right now. You see the white on my face just got whiter because I'm pulling up a thing I have in my phone called To Watch. Yeah. And I'm going to add that to my To Watch list. Here it is.
It's all right, hilarious.
Snowman. It's being added to the list right now.
Plus, this kind of reminds me in plot of one of Jesse's other best movies, Let It Snow, with Candace Cameron Bure, where she plays a like, I think she's going and looking into this for her father. Her father's like an investor or whatever, and she's going to look into this little inn. And where every day they celebrate a different kind of Christmas. So like one day it'll be, yeah, it's super cute. One day it's like the Swedish Christmas. Next day it's, you know, all the different celebrations.
Like, all of a sudden I see Jesse next, and I'm like, I watched obsessed with you. What is it called? I have to see it.
It's called Let It Snow.
Let It Snow.
With him and Candace.
I know my mom loves that one, because when I told her it was Jesse Hutch, it was like the first time that I had a co-star, even though like my mom doesn't follow everybody, but when I said Jesse Hutch, she was like, oh. And I was like, yeah, all the guys I've worked with are great. And she's like, no, but Jesse Hutch is like my favorite. And I was like, okay, great. Mom approved.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it could work now, but because of all the change in the networks, but I still would love to see a Dash of Love too. You and Brenda Penny.
Me too. Me too. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, our contracts are just like, I can do anything but Christmas, Valentine's, and wedding movies. So, you know, I mean, I'm still a fan of all networks. That's why at Christmas is Not Canceled, we support everybody.
All right. So, yeah. I think that's still one of my favorites. I love Dash of Love. It was really
me too. Oh my gosh. My very first one, I loved it. I'm also working on a sequel that I'm going to be filming hopefully next year. I'm producing it as well. Oh. Get excited. The Spirit of Christmas.
Ooh.
I know, 10 years later finally gets a sequel.
That's very exciting.
Yeah,
well, that's something to look forward to.
Yes.
Well, you've had an incredible year. You had a baby this year. You had everything going on. So I just admire how you're able to keep everything together. It's really amazing.
Thank you so much.
But thank you for coming on and talking with us. We really appreciate it. And I guess where can people go? Tell us again about the game night that will be when this airs. That will be tonight. So
game night tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, which is 5 p.m. Pacific. Obviously, okay, let's do it. 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 5 p.m. Pacific. Choose your time zone. Hawaii, I don't know what your time zone is. It's Canada. Anybody from all over the world can actually participate. You go to Christmas is not canceled with 1 or 2 L's, christmasisnotcanceled.com. You will see it on there. It's called Christmas University, or you can purchase it a la carte. It benefits Toys for Tots, Child Help, and Project Orphans. We're gonna have so much fun. And then if you want to follow me on social media, I'm very active on Instagram, which is Jen, Jen_Lilley, Lilley. And then on Facebook, which I'm not on as much, but I tried to be during Christmas. It's facebook.com/Jen Lilley official.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, very good. We'll have all that information in the description. So definitely also check it out. And thanks for coming on. And I hope you have a very Merry Christmas.
Oh my gosh, you too. I so appreciate it, Rachel. You're awesome. Merry Christmas, you guys.
Yay. I'd like to thank Jen for coming on the podcast. She is so sweet and kind, and she's always been very supportive of us. So I really appreciate it, and hope y'all check out Christmas is Not Canceled and Christmas University. And you can find me at Rachel's Reviews, all of our social media, and on Rotten Tomatoes. Check that out. Also, make sure you're following the podcast at Hallmarkies Pod and Hallmarkies Podcast, all of our social media. And if you are listening on iTunes, please leave us your ratings and reviews, 5 stars. It really helps us a lot, people to be able to find us. So please check that out. If you are watching on YouTube, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate that so much. We also have the patron group and merch store. We have lots of festive designs. So take a look at that. And thanks so much, everybody. Thanks to Jen. And we'll talk to you later. Merry Christmas. Bye.